Do any of you still remember the OG Hollywood, where it was all about entertainment, not political messages? Hollywood will never recover, and they will never understand. They will try their best to emulate this, but it will fail. Definitely, this thing will fail. Whatever Hollywood tries to do, it will fail. We see with what? The video game industry. They try to emulate that, but fail. Worse for the execs, studios, and movie stars. They're gaining momentum. Now, if you don't know, Iron Lung, just a little bit of context, it is based on an indie video game that was released on 2022, okay? Now, I'm not certain how accurate it is, so tell me something, folks. To any of you who have watched Iron Lung, is it similar to the ones in the video game? Let me know in the comments. And that adaptation, it debuted more than 3,000 theaters without traditional support from Hollywood distribution. That's good. And it topped $30 million by the end of the 2-week run. Ooh, that's very good. 10 times return on the investment. Nice job. Now, it is believed that unlike typical theatrical release backed by major production and marketing budget, Iron Lung relied on grassroots enthusiasm and the direct mobilization of its online fan base to secure screenings and drive ticket sales. The strategy, part of social media momentum, and part of traditional box office performance, suggests a new model with massive followings can, under right condition, translate digital loyalty into cinematic revenue, competes with or even surpass mainstream release on a pre-screen basis. As we see here, the top 3 films besides Iron Lung is also Send Help, Sam Raimi's, of course Sam Raimi's, all of you love Sam Raimi's, and then the documentary of Melanie Trump. Of course, Melanie, congratulations. Hollywood is probably going to get embarrassed. What am I saying? They are already embarrassed, folks. For decades, theatrical success has been largely dictated by studios with established distribution networks, marketing clout, and production budget that dwarf those of independent filmmakers. The standard model depended on carefully curated release calendars, traded press previews, and tiered system of critics and exhibitors deciding what films gets attention and screens. Apologies, it's hard enough for me to say. It's early in the morning. Now, Iron Lung's success has challenged this, okay? In several ways. Direct audience mobilization. Markiplier didn't wait for distribution to pick up his film. He activated his pre-built audience, tens of millions of subscribers, encouraged him to request local screenings and buy early tickets, effectively harnessing demand before Iron Lung even hits theaters. That's good. You got fans. Efficient economy. With low production costs and minimal marketing spend, Iron Lung achieved high per-screen average, outperforming many mid-budget studio releases and outrunning the convention risk profile for films of its size. Audience trust over trade buzz. Critical reception was mixed. The audience turnout demonstrate that, apologies, it keeps on getting up and down. I think it's the ads. Audience trust trade over buzz. While critical reception was mixed, but the audience turnout demonstrate that loyal followings and community engagement can outweigh traditional press coverage in driving box office performance. And it's the reason why, even if many celebrities have press, whatever it is, how many of those movies that turn out to be? Let's say, for example, Rachel Zegler, Snow White. She received a lot of press. Her movie failed. My God, congratulations. As the digital natives continue to mature into major cultural influencer, the intersection of online content creation and big screen cinema could become a fertile ground for future box office surprises, especially when creators leverage their direct lines to audience more adeptly than traditional studios. How long until Critical Drinker or Nerdrotic are making movies for theaters? If not them, why not Mr. Beast? I mean, this is good. Every creator should do this. Once they have a large following at least, if they have the budget, the resources, they do it. Now, if you see the quote that I put in the start of the video, that's true today. How quickly people forget that all it takes to change one course of history is the will of a single man. And Markiplier did it. And sooner or later, folks, more will do it too. How much you want to bet that Mudahar or even Jace 2 Cents or maybe who else? Who else am I missing? Besides Mr. Beast, of course. Nick Shirley to make their own movie or documentary. Haha, think about that. Another question. Which one of you here who is watching this video still goes to the cinema to watch movies? Evidently, Hollywood will never understand, nor will they ever recover. They will never understand this because, frankly, they don't understand the creator market. They don't understand what made them successful. Hollywood will try to emulate. I guarantee you, it will fail. Hollywood will not learn. The only way Hollywood can truly understand is if one, their activism and political propaganda is removed entirely. No, generally, they must focus only on entertainment. This is why YouTube is now beating not just traditional television, they're beating Hollywood. This is proof. Will Hollywood ever learn? Nobody knows. And even if they do, if they try to emulate this, it will fail. Not mince word, I'm saying the truth outright. If Hollywood try to emulate this, they will fail 100%.
Supplies and production were vital areas of the war in which the Allies dominated. Relentless Allied bombing runs over Ruhr Valley factories resulted in an increasingly crippled German war machine. Methodical strafing of the railroads and rail yards left behind broken trains stalled on destroyed tracks. Without fuel, Germany's heavy weapons were useless. Its vaunted panzers immobilized and its planes grounded, the German infantry was left to carry on the fight alone.